Hi everyone, it's Gina from SistersTalk Radio.
And Andrea from SistersTalk Radio.
So here's how bad my memory is. So I did this birthday party invitation on Facebook, and I put on there that I was celebrating my 39th birthday, right? I called it the Gina's Almost 40 birthday party. So Andrea's sitting here across from me, and she looks like she wants to say something, right? And I'm like, Andrea, just spit it out. What's going on? And
I'm like, Gina, did you know you're turning 38 this year and not 39? And she just kind of looked at me like, really? And she's trying to do the math. I'm like, you were born in 72. She's like, okay, yeah, it's 2010. I'm like, yes, we're 6 years apart. I'm 32. Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe you're stressed out or something.
I'm really stressed. See, what would I do without her? Because otherwise, I would have been up to the day of my birthday going 39. And, somebody would have finally said, no, you're not.
Well, I hesitated because she's pretty good at correcting herself. And, she didn't need me to do all this for her in the past. But I'm like, this is your birthday. This is a pretty big thing. And you should know how old you are.
Yeah, I should at least know how old I am. So that's how bad my memory is, and I don't know if I was just really stressed out when I put up the invite, or just, it was a memory thing. My memory is getting worse and worse and worse, so welcome to my land of Alzheimer's.
I'm screwed in about 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
For the next 30 years. Yeah.
All right. So the subject of this video is not the fact that Gina forgot how old she was, but the subject of this video, we made one decision today about our wedding, and then we're debating on another decision. So the first decision we made was the actual location of our ceremony. We had one place picked out over a year ago when we were just dating. There's this great house she was living in that sits on 5 acres, and there's like a segment of the property that's just beautiful. It looks like a national park.
Yeah.
And we were going to get married there. We were like, oh, this will make a great spot for a wedding, if we ever decided to get married. So when we decided to get married, we called up the owner of the property, and we were like, we'd love to get married there, but we hit a snag because there were some things going on. So we had to pick a new location.
Mm-hmm. Now we're getting married on the river, right here in Beloit, and it's gorgeous. Gina kidnapped me today and took me down there and had me look at it, and it took me a half a second to be like, yes, this is the spot. So it fits us very much. It's quaint, but there's room, for all the people that we want invited, and it's simple too. But again, there's potential to do stuff with it. So I'm really excited about it, especially being right on the river, because I've always loved water, and having that be part of our ceremony is important.
It's a beautiful location. The floral arrangement there is just amazing. They do such a great job with the Riverwalk here in our town. Actually, I want to say that the Riverwalk is probably one of the most beautiful spots in our town. And of course, we want to take advantage of that beauty. So we're getting married on the Riverwalk here in Beloit.
Yes.
All right. So the other thing we're still debating about, the other decision we're still talking about, we haven't quite decided yet what we're going to do. Bridesmaids. Oh my God.
I think we're getting closer and closer to certain decisions being made about bridesmaids. I think we're finally to a place that we can agree that we want them.
Right.
That we finally have gotten there. But that took some time to get there, because it was a matter of like, for a while I wanted everyone and their mother there. Well, everyone but my mother there, I think. No offense to my mom, but it was the whole, my dad, and then I wanted my brother, and then I'm like, well, my brother's in it.
She wanted her brother to be a bridesmaid.
Well, not necessarily a bridesmaid.
You totally said you wanted your brother to be a bridesmaid.
I figured if it was a non-traditional wedding that we could have whoever we wanted. I could have guys and girls intermixed.
True.
But then we had to make some decisions on like cutting certain people out. And so then we were like, just friends. And so family's there to witness us, but friends are there in support of us, as part of the ceremony.
So basically the reason why, we don't want this really big ceremony with all of these people, all of these groomsmen, because there is no groom.
Right.
We don't want, a maid of honor plus all of these bridesmaids plus a flower girl plus somebody to give us away. We didn't want all of that. We wanted something really low-key, really simple. We want a really simple ceremony. So Andrea's like, well, I want my brother, I want my sister, and what about my best friends? And I'm just like, oh my God, okay, no bridesmaids. But we finally got to a place where we were like, okay, we'll do bridesmaids, but we need to pick a number and no more. So we're each going to have 2 bridesmaids. So the other question became what?
What do they wear? which I think we're still working out what they're going to wear.
Yeah, so I said to Andrea, I said, since you're wearing pants, I think your bridesmaids should wear pants. And she said, what? Why can't they wear dresses? Because you're wearing pants and they're on your side.
Right, and I could see that. It's more of the form, like I'm wearing a tie and a vest and then pants. And so, that's my getup. And I just can't see my bridesmaids wearing ties and vests.
Did you ask?
Of course not. I haven't even told them that they're going to be bridesmaids yet. So, in my head, that's the thing. So I'm like, well, I feel like they should be able to pick. If they want to wear a dress, fine. If they want to wear pants, fine. Well, pants, something is important to wear. But, a tie, I don't know. I could see them wearing like a nice ladies' pantsuit, not to say men's pantsuit.
I told her, I said, these are your best friends. If you wanted them to show up in ugly polka dot dresses, they would do it because they're your best friends and that's what you want for your wedding ceremony. And I said, how many bridesmaids wear the ugliest bridesmaids dresses that they absolutely hate and they wish they could burn right after the ceremony because the bride wanted them to wear them?
That's true, because you've all had that dress that you're just like, oh my God, she's making me wear this and I hate her. I even had to do it, and I don't like dresses, and they didn't give me any sympathy for not wearing dresses. They still made me wear the poofy, blue thing. And it was the 90s, so that was my sister. But yeah, so you're right. As the bride, I get to pick out what I want them to wear.
Exactly.
But I think I've been convinced that they're going to wear ties.
And my bridesmaids will wear dresses, but I don't want the colors to match. I want them to complement my dress because I'm wearing a really, really, really light pink dress. I actually found my dress, and I sent a picture to Andrea, and I'm like, this is my dress. What do you think? And she's like, oh my God, you're going to be beautiful.
Yes.
So it's not a traditional, really fancy wedding dress, but it's definitely very, very, very beautiful. And it's going to be a really light pink. So I don't want the bridesmaids to wear matching baby blue or anything like that. But I do want their dresses to kind of complement mine. Mm-hmm. But I also want them to have dresses that they'll wear again. I don't want them to buy dresses that they hang up in the closet and then they never wear them again and they hate me for, that ugly dress that's hanging up in their closet. I want them to have a dress that they would wear again. So those are the decisions that we made about the wedding. So we've picked the location and we're talking about bridesmaids. We have people in mind who we're going to ask to be bridesmaids. Mm-hmm. We've also talked a little bit about what is the other decision we've made? Oh, the name change. We've talked a little bit about the name change situation, but
I'm flip-flopping back and forth on that one. And I have time. Yeah. It's just a name is kind of where I'm coming down to. And the right answer will come to me, and I think what I want to more focus on is us and like our life. And if I keep my name, fine. If I take her name, fine. I just that's really trivial right now compared to other things. We need to solidify some of the things that we need to, make sure we get. A name can be done anytime.
All right, so I'm not sure if we told you guys, but the date, officially we've picked the date. It is September 3rd, 2011. Mm-hmm. Now what we're going to do is on September 2nd, we're going to go to Iowa and get married. Shotgun wedding, you might want to call it, in Iowa. Just a really quick, wedding ceremony through the Justice of the Peace. And we're going to take our one witness each, and then we're going to come back, and the next day we're actually going to have a big ceremony. A small, big ceremony.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, I think in our head it's small, but it's going to be big, so.
Right. All right, so that's it. Don't forget, if you want to listen to our radio show, we are at SistersTalkRadio.net. We're also available on iTunes. If you want to go to iTunes and search for us, just search for Sisters Talk Radio. We're also available on Stitcher. Stitcher is a podcast application for your BlackBerry or your iPhone. And if you're not watching this video on YouTube, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Sisters Talk Radio. Now, we will be back in a couple of days to do our third review of The Real L Word. So make sure you check back in a couple of days for our review of The Real L Word. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.